I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently it could build a
35-year-old Zara Aleena of London was brutally murdered by a monster who repeatedly stomped and kicked her to death. Join me in the murder she shed today as we discuss the brutal murder of Zara. My name is Holly, and this is the place we honor the dead right from my she shed, usually twice weekly. So come join me and Simon, my German Shepherd. You won't want to miss us. I think. I don't know. You might. But anyway, let's begin before I rattle on like usual. Zara had been described by family and friends as being a kind soul, always polite and bubbly. She would go out of her way to help anyone in need. Her family nicknamed her Zash or Zasharoni. Zara was awarded the LLB with honors in 2011 and the postgraduate diploma in legal practice in 2022. Zara had wanted to be a lawyer since the age of 5 and had just gotten her law degree from the University of Westminster. So a beautiful, smart young woman who had so much of her future ahead of her. And it was smashed out by this horrible person named Jordan McSweeney. As a troubled and disturbed teenager, McSweeney was frequently in and out of prison. He had a difficult relationship with his family. He had to move to Rochester when he was 8 years old. He frequently returned to Dagenham where family lived. With a number of previous convictions for robbery, assault, and theft, he quickly became known in both areas with the local police force, and that's not a good thing, and was a regular at Medway Magistrates Court. In 2012, after a chase with the police, he was charged with taking a vehicle without the owner's consent, driving a vehicle otherwise than in accordance with a license, and using a vehicle without third party. He had a string of underage girlfriends when he was in his late teens. It is understood McSweeney did not care about them being below the age of consent. So yeah, one of those. And pursued the relationship regardless. He dated a girl named Samantha who was 15 years old and stomped on her head after becoming angry. He would regularly punch her, burn all of her clothes, and even locked her inside of his house. Another ex described him as being a psycho and twisted in the head. He would often brag on social media about his life of crime and post wanted mock-up posters several times on his Facebook account. You can just go look for yourself. He was crazy waiting to happen, and it happened, unfortunately, for Zara. He had been convicted on 28 occasions for more than 69 previous offenses, including assaults on police, assaults on civilians, theft, burglary, racially aggravated offenses, and driving offenses. A lot. McSweeney committed the murder 9 days after getting out of prison and had been recalled to prison 2 days earlier due to failure in attending appointments with his probation officer. Big no. The evening before Zara had gone out with friends, she first went to the Great Spoon of Ilford, pub at 8:30 p.m. Coincidentally, McSweeney was seen there and seen on CCTV looking for women approaching one when she went outside for a cigarette. Zara and her friends then went to a nearby sports bar where she drank water. Water. Our little girl drank water. She left at 2 a.m., deciding to walk the short distance home like she often did. She only lived 10 minutes from her home. After she left the bar, a friend checked up on her, sending her a "What's up" message that read, "Are you home, hun?" Shortly after midnight on June 26, 2022, CCTV shows McSweeney was looking for women in the Cranbrook Road area before the attack on Zara. He spotted another woman and pursued her, but she got away. Having followed her for several minutes, he pulled Zara into the driveway of a house where he carried out his assault. He essayed her, then brutally stomped on her several times before appearing to walk away. What kind of person just stomps on another person. That blows my mind. I can't even imagine even stomping on a bug, but I do stomp on a bug occasionally, but it even hurts me to stomp on a bug, quite honestly. I just can't imagine thinking I would want to do that to a person and think like he did that it was fun or something. What kind of people are these that can do this kind of stuff? Anyway, then he walked away from her. Moments later, he returned only to stomp on her several times more and then finally leaving her for dead. He stole her mobile phone, keys, and handbag. As she was attacked, her screams awoke residents who called the emergency services. So violent was the assault that MCSWEENEY left a fingerprint in Zara's blood on a wall next to the driveway. Emergency services were called at 2:44 a.m. after she was found with severe head injuries. Reed stomped on her head, partially naked and struggling to breathe. Paramedics spent more than 90 minutes at the scene trying to save her, but she died later at the hospital. Following the attack, detectives found Zara's belongings strewn along the road and in gardens near to where she had been beaten. MCSWEENEY was arrested in Dagenham, East London, at the fun fair where he was working. A search of his caravan found blood-stained clothing and shoes stuffed in a bag, similar to those worn by the attacker on CCTV. After his arrest on June 27, MCSWEENEY refused to answer questions and spoke only to make threats to officers, threatening to bite off one officer's face and to say that he suffered from attention deficit disorder and split personality disorder. MCSWEENEY did plead guilty to Zara's murder. At least he did that, and is due to be sentenced on December 14. Zara's aunt stated that Zara was not a woman who was unaware that there were dangers in the world. She did not imagine what happened to those women would happen to her. She didn't know she was going to be on this list because in her mind, she took those precautions. Just goes to show, ladies, you could never be careful enough. If something feels off in any way, don't risk it. And please, no matter how safe you think your town, city, or whatever is, never walk alone, especially at night. Always have a buddy. Just like we tell our children, always travel with your buddy. I am telling you the same thing. Now mind, yes, the world shouldn't be like this, but let's face facts, it is. So safety is always best. As for Zara, she is loved and missed by her family. They stated that she was a carefree spirit with the most caring heart. She didn't just survive, she thrived. Now her dreams of a family are shattered and her future brutally taken. Such a horrible tragedy for absolutely no reason at all. My prayers go out to her family and friends. She seemed beautiful inside and out. Well, guys, have a great weekend and make sure you stay safe. I love y'all. Bye. At Medway Magistrates Court. Midway Magistrates Court. That's like a tongue twister. Jesus Louises. Jesus Louises. I never heard that one. But it's on civilians, theft, burglary. How come I can't ever say that? I don't know if you have the same problem, but maybe it's just me that chokes all over that word. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Just ignore all that. Okay, let's try again. And to say that he suffered from attention deficit disorder. Okay, dude, I suffer from attention deficit disorder and I don't go around stomping on people's face. Ridiculous excuse. Heck. Give me a break. I think if you go down the street acting all crazy, men will stay away from you. That's my best advice. Just act dang crazy. Like that chick's so crazy, I don't even want to get a hold of her crazy. I don't act though. I literally am crazy. I don't have to act that up at all. I just take myself in the street and act normal and I'm good. No one gonna get 100 feet around me, and that's okay with me. I'm fine with that. I am literally fine with that. If you can accept my crazy, then I know you love me. That's all there is to it. You either love me or you hate me. There's no in between. And mean people stay away from crazy. Mean people stay far away from crazy. They think crazy outweighs mean. Crazy up here, mean about right there. Normal way down here. So, Great advice. You should take it. Forget to do safety tips, but that is a good safety tip for you guys. That's my safety tip for today. Act crazy as all get out and you're good. Everybody will get out. Yep. That's the idea. And here's Simon. I'm going to go get Simon. There's Simon Moo Moo. Can you see Simon Moo Moo? Oh, he's going to get my microphone. Every time you get my microphone, Booba. Tell him bye. Tell him bye. Say bye. We love you. You're a good boy. See, he's so beautiful. He's such a beautiful boy. 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 Bye. We love y'all.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build.